Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Yoga Break It Down. I'm Yoga Suze. In this episode, we are going to explore what's called a sun salutation. A sun salutation is a flow or a fluid routine and connection of yoga positions that in Sanskrit is called a vinyasa. The sun salutation that I'm going to demonstrate could be considered a variation of the traditional sun salutation. Mine incorporates a lunge pose. Each of the positions that are part of this sun salutation I'm demonstrating are ones that I've focused on individually in other episodes. One real benefit to being familiar with vinyasas is that they're sort of pre-packaged yoga routines. So if you are getting familiar with a number of yoga positions, but maybe during your home practice you struggle at thinking of which poses you can do, it is very easy to just say, okay, I'm going to do a sun salutation, and then you have a number of poses that you're doing together, and that might be it for the day. Maybe you'll do 3 to 5 sun salutations in a row, and you are good to go in the morning. Another benefit of practicing a vinyasa is that the poses complement each other very well. So not only do you have a few positions to do, but they're not all targeting the body in the same way. You're dealing with strength, elongation, and back arcing all together. For this flow, you will practice on a yoga mat, and you're going to start standing at the front of the mat. You want to extend the arms up towards the ceiling and maybe incorporate a little back arc here. I'm demonstrating with the arms coming straight up and forward. Sometimes it's practice where the arms come out to the side first and then up. Then with the arms raised over the head, you work your way down into a forward fold. And you'll see I have demonstrations of different depths of forward fold. So you may choose to practice a bent knee forward fold and hanging more. I also demonstrate a full forward fold where my belly is touching the quads and the palms of my hands are on the mat. You can just do the forward fold, or you can add to it what's referred to as a half lift. Often in a yoga class, you're told to place your fingertips or hands on your shins so that your torso is raised to about hip height. You have that nice extended spine parallel to the floor and your head extended out. Since I am able to practice a full forward bend with my palms on the floor, I can achieve the torso approximately hip height with my fingertips touching the floor right in front of the toes instead of coming to the shins. So if you as well can practice a full forward fold, this might be an alternative for you in your half lift. After our forward fold, we do want to bend the knees so that our fingertips can touch the mat to either side of the feet. And then we're going to bring one knee back to the midsection of the mat for our lunge pose. I place the top of the foot of the back leg on the floor. If it's more comfortable for you in regards to the foot, the ankle, or the knee, you can have the toes curled under. If you feel balanced, like I'm demonstrating, you can raise the arms up over the shoulders. You can also really lift in the chest, tilt the head up to incorporate a little more of an arc in the back, if that feels okay. After your lunge, take both hands and place them to the inside of the foot, the big toe side of the foot. I really want to point this out because usually in yoga classes or videos, you're told to frame the front foot. That means place one hand on either side of the foot and then somehow get your foot back for downward dog. I find this very tricky to maneuver that. So if both hands are on the inside of that foot, that leg is free on that side and has lots of room to swing back for your downward dog. Downward dog is a chance to sort of wiggle out, lengthen, and then you can settle into a full extension where you're fully extended from the wrists all the way up through the pelvis, sits bones lifting up as your heels are dropping down to or towards the floor. Then we come into our plank pose. We shift the shoulders forward over the elbows over the wrists. We want the body in a plank, so adjust your feet if needed, whether they need to come a little forward, which is probably rare, more likely a little back, so that you can lower your hips and pelvis so they're the midline in your plank. When we lower from the plank, it's called chaturanga, and we bend the elbows, roll the shoulders back, glue those upper arms against the rib cage, and slowly lower down. Try not to have the knees or the belly touch down first. We want to have the chest, knees, and belly, hips all lowering at once. From here, we would lift up into our upward dog. So probably your hands are right outside the chest from your plank. If you prefer cobra pose to upward dog, and see last week's video if you're unsure, you can bring your hands forward a little bit for the cobra as I'm demonstrating here as well. So upward dog, hands outside the chest. Cobra, the hands are a little further forward. They produce different types of back arcs. If you're practicing your upward dog, you're able to press the tops of the feet into the floor, keep the extension through the arms, and actually lift the kneecaps off the floor as well. From our upward dog or cobra, we can push up into our downward dog. Downward dog works great and flows because it really enables the leg to move easily to different positions. So here, we'd want to move into lunge on the other side. So whichever foot was forward last time, you either swing, scooch, or walk your foot forward until it's in between the hands, and then lower the back knee down to the mat and adjust the foot. Decide if you want to have top of the foot on the floor or toes curled under. Again, if you feel balanced, you can work on bringing the torso upright and arms up overhead. When you're ready, you lower the fingers down to the mat on either side of the front foot. You curl the back toes under, and you're going to hop or swing that back foot forward in between the hands. So once again, you're in a forward fold. When you first come into this forward fold, your knees are probably bent. And then again, it's your choice if you're going to keep the knees bent or if you want to work on straightening the legs. Add any variations you'd like to your forward fold. You can bend in the knees, let the arms hang, grab opposite elbows. You can work on reaching for the toes or palms to the floor. You can do your half lift. Whenever you're ready, we're going to come up as we came out of it, where the arms are raising up, bringing the torso up, extending the arms up, and then you can place your hands in prayer pose overhead and lower them in front of the chest as a way to center before starting again or moving into something else in your yoga practice. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Yoga Break It Down. Hit the subscribe button and share this video with friends. Remember that everybody needs yoga. So that means Aquafina needs yoga, bus drivers need yoga, ticket takers, they need yoga, and you especially, baby, you need yoga too. So I really hope you join me next time on Yoga Break It Down. Bye-bye.